Let me show you what happened in part 1, bro.
It's like,
oh, you're so sweet, like, you know, like, I kind of want to get with you, blah, 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 blah.
ooh, where'd the slime go? Random? I should have not left the back door open.
Happened. I don't know. My camera just randomly decided to stop. So Savannah's cheese, right? So I told her, like, I literally told the store manager, so that higher up person, I'm like, yo, like, that's not really what happened, and I have all the proof to show you that whatever conversation we had, it wasn't even during work. So this should really not be of anyone's concern. At the end of the day, we are two consenting adults, and she's just mad because she wanted me to do something specific, and I said nah, right? Like, I'm confused why I'm in trouble here. So they're like, oh, so it's not even like this. And I'm like, no, like, nothing like that happened here at work. Like, I'm confused why everyone is in this whole park is being dragged into this. This was between A and B. And now the rest of the whole alphabet is here. Like, what's going on? Right? So, oh, okay. So it goes back, and then they're like, well, you know, like, be careful, whatever, etc. Because, you know, she's pushing it to the point of, like, sexual harassment and blah, blah, blah. And I'm here like, when? Like, you know when you're just so baffled by something and you're like, how? Like, at what point? When? Like, I was literally shooketh to the core because I'm like, pardon? Sexual what? For what? Mad. Right? So this person's, so, you know, Savannah's mad. She's clearly really pushing it. Like, she's escalating it to a point where she's trying to get me fired because I didn't leave my baby for her. Pardon? Like, why is that so necessary? I'm sorry, but if you're upset, just yell at the person. Cuss him out. Square up. When you start going to those extremes, do you not realize you're messing up someone's life? Like, granted, I did go to her before, and I was like, look, I'm sorry if you feel like, you know, like, I've led you on or whatever, and I'm so sorry. You knew I was a flirt when I was talking to you, and you knew that I was taken. I am so sorry, okay? I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm not doing this to upset you. Look, I'm just sorry, and I've told you that this is not going anywhere. It's not going, like, it's not me pursuing you in that way. No, right? Clearly that's not what she wanted, so she's mad. Cool, she's trying to build it up, escalate it, whatever. So what was the result of all that? One, I learned that I should really be careful. After that whole incident, I toned it down because I'm like, this is too much. So clearly, I was being stupid at the end of the day. Instead of doing what I should have been doing, which was take care of my baby. You know, cater to my baby. Do what I need to do in regards to keep pursuing my baby. No, I was being stupid. I was being a player. Acting like I was a whole, you know, it. I really thought I was something. Because I really did the most and put myself in a position in the dumbest way possible. At that point, I learned, do not pursue nobody at work. Don't do it. Granted, I met my baby at work. But the point was, the worst thing you could do, okay, and this is my advice to all y'all. Stay away from people at work. Don't do it. Because you don't know how they are. And today they might be, yeah, like, we good. It's all goody in the hoodie. Ooh, be cool. Tomorrow, you upset them and watch how they're going to mess you up at work. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. And I learned it that day too. Another thing I learned, honestly, stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane. Like, if you have somebody, don't do it. If you see any red flags, don't do it. Okay? If you, like, you know, just don't do it. Just don't do what I did, okay? Control your flirting. Don't do it. Unless you know for a fact that you really don't care, like, you're just so cold-hearted that you really don't care, do you. But if you're like me that was already in something and should have been focused and working on that more rather than trying to add to it all, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I was stupid, and I learned my lesson after. And even all my friends, like today, like the ones that were with me at around that time, working at the park as well, like they could tell you too. Like, there was a good couple of them that I was like flirting with too. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know. If you're good looking, you're good looking. I couldn't help it apparently. So I was young, dumb, clearly super confident. I thought I could get anything that I wanted, clearly, to the point that it backfired. Because I didn't even want anything like that at one point, and look how this whole story turned out. Now, if no one knew me like that, that girl could have got me fired from my job, and probably worse, like probably put something on my record, yo. Like, that's how wild that is. Alright, don't do it. That's what happened. What happened in the end? Well, Savannah got moved to a whole other area. I calmed down, and I honestly stopped being flirtatious at that point. I was like, honestly, you need to cool it. So I, like, you know, cooled it down for a bit, started focusing on my partner. So I guess my relationship, I want to say. Like, I learned that now we laugh about it. Like, me and Barter crack up about it all the time. But when it happened, it was stressful. Every time I went to work, there was something. And I'm like, bro, what is Savannah saying now? Because at this point, I didn't even talk to you and something's happening. Like, what's going on? Nah, it was wild. It was wild. And that was bad. Like, I shouldn't have done nothing. I should have minded my own business and kept it pushing. But nope, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, yeah. But that's what happened. That was the whole entanglement nonsense I got into. It was the weirdest thing. Okay, one of the weirdest things. Definitely in the top 3. But yeah, that was my other entanglement story. Quite the entanglement, eh? That I willingly walked into like an idiot. Long story short, don't do it. Stay away from stuff like that. Stay away from people like that. Don't put yourself in a situation, guys. That's the worst thing you could ever do. Don't do it. Okay? Don't be dumb like me. Don't be a player like me, okay? Don't do it. I guess in retrospect, I could have really hurt a girl's feelings. And I'm pretty sure she did that because she was hurt. Because someone told me that too. Like, I remember someone literally telling me, like, yo, like, you shouldn't have, like, done anything. You should have stopped it before it got to this extent. Because, like, she sounds super hurt, and she's only doing all this stuff because she's hurt. And you've known better. Like, you know you're with your person. You should have, like, started talking to her or whatever. Like, I thought it was nothing. I didn't think nothing of it like that either. So, I didn't think she was falling for me, whatever. My bad, Savannah. I'm sorry for, like, hurting you. I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't. Like, my intention was not to hurt nobody. Okay? Like, I really wasn't trying to do nothing. But clearly, that's not how that went. Be mindful of people's feelings, guys. Or whoever. Be mindful of the other person's feelings. Yeah, that should be the lesson. That should be what the lesson is. Be mindful of the other person's feelings. Because you could really hurt them, and then that's when they're going to do everything possible to hurt you. Yeah, you know what? That's the moral of the story. Anyways, that's the story, guys. I feel like I bounced all over the place. My bad. That story still gets me so... like, it still cracks me up to this day because of how it all happened, that when I tell the story, I'm all over the place. So I don't mean to be like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's really the story. I hope I edited it that it makes sense. And I'm sorry if I lost you. I am so sorry in advance. But yeah, that was story time. That was my entanglement at the park. Yeah, baby, I love you. Alright. I'll catch y'all in another YouTube video. Comment more videos that y'all want to see, whether it's reactions, any story times. Just leave some ideas down. If I can do it, I'll do it up. If it doesn't apply to me, I am so sorry, but great idea. Until it applies to me. Alright, I'll see y'all in another video. And y'all take care. Alright, bye.
Oh girl, what your deal is? I've been eyeing you like, oh my goodness.